the month of gratitude. Stretch. Okay, yeah, I don't know why that happens. So I just started over. Oh well. I've had that issue a couple times, but thank you, Info Warrior. Appreciate that. So yeah, anyway, I decided I'm going to plant some radishes, some onions, some borage, and some black carrots that I'm really stoked about. So I think I'm going to plant them over here because it would be nice to have some plants to work with close to where I'm actually chilling at. And thank you, Info Warrior. I appreciate that. I never got to learn what the difference between perennial and annual is. Well, I know the difference, but I don't know which one's an annual and which one's a perennial. So I'm still keeping that question alive. If anybody knows which one stays and which one leaves, please let me know. I am not good with names. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely plant some tobacco too. Once again, on the website I go to, rareseeds.org, they have a lot of different tobacco varieties as well, if you ever feel like looking into it. Okay, well, I mean, only the inappropriate comments should be banned, for real. Okay. Okay, can you write it again? No, it wasn't Info Warrior, so my chat was disabled for some reason. But can you write it again for me, please? I would appreciate it. I had to start the live over for the same reason. It just happens sometimes. I don't know why. So if you could let me know again, it would be really awesome. Well, I think the chat was disabled because I don't understand why. And either way, I'd still like that information. But I don't know why it wouldn't let anybody send anything. Hello, how are you this fine day? That's what I was wondering. That's what I was going to say, is I think you would still be banned, given the circumstances. Thank you for joining me today. I'm about to plant some radishes, some black carrots. These are so cool, so I'm going to show them again. I just think they're super cool. I do love the color black. So perennial flowers come back every year. Okay. Once you planted them, and annuals will grow back, just once per year. Okay, awesome. Good to know. Thank you so much for that. I will definitely try my best to remember that. Perennials every year, because it's so misleading, I think, because annual you would think would be yearly, but I guess not. So perennial keeps coming back, keeps coming back. I will get that. It might take me a little time, but I will get that. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I know I've learned it a couple times. It's a matter of memory. Alright, so in just a minute I'm going to plant those. And then earlier, okay, anyway, I think we could just drop it and move on, but I mean, everyone's just trying their best, right? Yeah, thank you. I'm not here to beg. And I believe you, Info Warrior. And you know, shit happens, especially, it's so funny because our communication devices, make more miscommunications. I find that hilarious. Anyway, though, yeah, I'm not here to beg. Can definitely donate if you want, but there's, like it says in the poll. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. I've found a lot I've wanted to share over the years. I just haven't known how. So I do have to thank Austin for showing me how. That's cool. I don't know how to do any of that, but I do appreciate the feedback. I really do. But yeah, in just a second, I'm gonna get my hands in the dirt again. It's starting to warm up a little bit here, so I'm pretty stoked. So I can yeah, get my hands in the dirt and get planting. I did have a little bit of my seeds come up in my garden patch over there. Um, yeah, it happens, honestly, so I wouldn't know. Sometimes I've noticed he accidentally blocks someone when he means to block somebody else. But I haven't really been participating in his lives as much because he has way thicker skin than I do, and I just can't. Like, I'm sitting here trying to rebuild myself and rebuild my self-esteem and stuff, and I just can't handle some of the things. Like, even hearing people talk about him that way because I love him is tough, and so I haven't really been on his live streams, and I probably will continue to not be on them because I just can't keep putting myself in that position while I'm trying to build my self-esteem and get myself in gear for my life and so for my spirit. So bless him for his thick skin. I can't do it. But yeah, I have gardening to do anyway. But I have this fat patch over here that I grew a bunch of catnip and dill and some lettuce, some spinach. So I used to drink tea all the time. I was an adamant tea drinker, but I have been drinking a lot of coffee lately until I get another tea set because I had a really badass tea set. I had this dragon teapot that was all kinds of fun. So for now, I'm drinking coffee because that's what's here and available. But eventually, I will get my tea collection back together. Yes, I definitely grow herbs for tea. I know catnip works in tea. Actually, I'll show you. I have some mandarin lemon balm that I used to drink a lot of lemon balm because it's really good for the nerves. So I grew some of this stuff. It should be coming in pretty soon. And then I can have some more tea herbs. That's why I used to dry out my own plants for tea. That's why I liked my dragon teapot so much because, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, my teapot had a little tea strainer in it, so I could do loose herbs. So eventually I'll get another one like that and do that again. Yeah, I'm really excited to get my hands in the dirt. And then if you know any good tea mixes, I'm down to hear about them. I don't have an OnlyFans. I'm probably not going to get one. I barely know how to use social media as it is. So I don't really see myself doing that in the future. But I appreciate it. If you want to donate to the garden and everything, there's something in the poll. So you're welcome to do that. And it's appreciated. Everything is going to my grow light at this point, so I can do an indoor garden. Yeah. Have you guys seen Only Pans though? It's this random. I don't know if it was a stream on YouTube. Somebody just showed it to me randomly. Um, yeah, yeah, the mandarin lemon balm's pretty exciting, and the teapots. These black carrots, I feel like are super cool. I keep talking about them because I'm just stoked about them. I've never tried them, never had success. Um, oh, beautiful! That sounds amazing. Yeah, I'm trying to get into a better morning ritual because I am trying to cut back and quit smoking here in time. So I'm trying to get back to my tea. I probably used to drink as much tea as I do smoke now, unfortunately. But I'm getting my bearings back. Once again, as I said in my last video, when you lose everything, the bonus of that is that you have nothing to lose. So that's a blessing. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, I'm so excited. So I was able to get some garden tools that I'm stoked about, and I definitely want, like I was saying, some stuff to plant around here because this is like my section of the yard that I just hang out in all the time. And I can't drink whiskey. It would probably cause me some serious harm. I can't do liquor at all, to be honest. Beer's almost too much for me, and I can only do that once a month. Um, but enjoy it twice as much for me. I'll put it that way. I do? Okay. Well, there's not. So there is one sandy spot in my yard. It's like this weird little oasis that has a bunch of moss growing on it. It's really pretty. It looks like a little fairyland, like a mini fairyland. So I'm probably going to be able to go get a bucket of soil to mix with the soil. I mean, a bucket of sand to mix with the soil I have over here to make kind of a sandy mixture. So thank you for that. It's good to know. I see. That makes sense. The coffee does that to me. But I did get down to 4 smokes yesterday, which was pretty cool because usually I smoke about a pack a day. So I'm working on it. Fingers crossed. I guess the last time I quit for 5 years. And that was awesome. And I did it with the harmonica. But when my divorce happened, I just got really depressed and started smoking again. So yeah, right? Super difficult. Yeah, nicotine will do that. I'd rather only smoke in ceremonies again, like I did when I was younger. But I'll get there. I'll get there. One step at a time, right? So one less cigarette at a time is what I'm going to say. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get a little more coffee. So I will be right back. I'm going to put the camera on my cat. And then let's get in the dirt and we'll get digging. So 1 minute. Here's my cat. I don't know if you can see her over there. Forest. I'll be right back. Okay. Nice. I miss my wood stove, I gotta say. Yeah, it's a beautiful view. I'm pretty happy about it. That's why this is my section of the yard. I kind of just have claimed it. And I'm probably, when we build a tiny house, it's gonna be right here because I want that view out my window. It's still too cold for my robe to be off. I really want to get playing in the dirt, but we shall see. So let me try to find a spot I can set up my camera to get playing in the dirt over here. I'm not sure. So I don't necessarily have sandy soil right here, but I do have a bunch of sawdust that might be able to help. Let's see, I hope you guys can see the dirt. And I forgot my garden stuff before I sat down. 1 second. I've got all my supplies. All I use is a little rake thing and a shovel. I forgot the proper names for them. And my favorite root powder. The great white stuff. It just works. That's why I'm saying something about it. I'm not sponsored by it or anything. It just works. So if it works, I might as well share the things that work, right? All right. I don't know how I'm going to do the carrots here. It's really an unorthodox spot, but I'm a little bit determined to have some plants happening over here. And usually I take out the grass with a tarp or something before I start planting stuff, but not in this area, not today. It's like I said, I'd just like to have something coming up, you know, in front of me while I'm out here in my area. In the part of the yard that I've kind of just taken over. But I might need a stronger shovel for this. I'm just gonna plant a tiny section of these things. It's more for fun than anything else, and you know, if nothing else, it just adds more organic matter to the soil for this spring, so not really losing anything by doing this. Plus it's good to play in the dirt. I guess it actually, there's been studies that show that it actually can relieve depression to have your hands in the minerals on the earth, so I think that's pretty cool. Is my live stream still, I mean, is the chat still working, or was it disabled again? Because I know that tends to happen. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I didn't see that. High Priestess, what pot of elixir? I'm a little confused. I do, thinking of pots and mixtures, that would be really nice to have a cauldron. I told my brother we should get a bathtub cauldron, just put it over the fire and like heat it up a little bit for an outdoor bathtub. I think that'd be all kinds of fun. Wait, my brother did tell me that we do have a little bit of potting soil, so I might be able to help my cause here. You know, when